Good evening, everyone. My name is Johnson. My wife Reenu and I welcome you all as we celebrate the marriage of our elder daughter Shilpa to Patrick. It means a lot to our family to see all of you here. A special welcome to Patrick's parents and siblings, our relatives from the US and Bangalore, and all our friends and family in Melbourne. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful day. When I look back, my memories of Shilpa begin in Kuwait, where Reenu and I had privilege to watch her grow. Shilpa has always been determined, competitive, and full of passion. And like every elder sister, she had her own creative strategies. One of our funniest memories is how her sister Shruti was talented in art, and Shilpa would proudly sign her sister's drawings by writing Art of Shilpa. Shilpa. She would also walk into the bathroom with an umbrella during bath time, so she didn't have to take a proper shower. I could go on about her clever ideas and pranks, but all of them meant so much to us as a family. Now, let me talk about Patrick. I first met him in Turkey during our visit there. From the very first day, I found him humble, gentle, and kind. Later, he came to Australia and was with us for almost 3 years. He blended into our family so naturally that I sometimes wondered if he had been with us from the beginning. Reenu and I have seen his sincerity, his punctuality, and his responsible nature, especially his habit of reaching work long before time. He always beats the sunrise to reach the office. Some of my best moments with Patrick have been on the tennis court and playing pickleball. I won't say who wins more often. We simply enjoy the game and he feels proud of his victories. Today, we are blessed to have Patrick and also Michael, not as sons-in-law, but as sons. Both are wonderful young men, hardworking, and share many common interests. As parents, Reenu and I feel truly grateful. Before I close, I want to pray for Shilpa and Patrick. May their lives together be blessed every day. May God's grace guide them in everything they do. We are especially thankful that Shilpa helped Patrick grow in his faith. Today, he stands firmly on godly principles, and that brings great joy to our hearts. Thank you once again for being here to celebrate this special occasion. Please enjoy the evening. God bless you all. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Matthew there. It's a tough act to follow, but giving it his best shot is going to be father of the groom, Ian. Give it up for Ian.
Good evening, everybody. I first would like to thank you all for coming today to celebrate this special occasion. and for the many who have made such long journeys to get here. It means the world to us. As you might guess from my accent, I'm from the UK. We always like talking about the weather, and we so enjoyed this sunshine this week. It's so rare in the UK. And also, it's been so hot for us. We just know, having come from the UK, where we're just getting into the spring, it's still cold. You may not be familiar with the idea of having to scrape ice off the windscreen of the car before you go anywhere. But sadly, we have to go back this weekend. We might take the sun with us, if that's okay. As the father of the groom, I have the privilege of watching my son grow up obviously from the day he was born to the young man he is today. He's always been a quiet little boy. He always liked the comfort of home and the regular routine to follow. So it became as quiet as, as a surprise, maybe even a shock, that he was prepared to travel halfway around the world and to come here and to live in Melbourne. I'd like to take the moment now to thank Shilpa and her parents, Renu and Matthew, or Johnson, if you prefer, I'm not sure. They've been a tremendous support to Patrick since he arrived here, and that has obviously helped him settle here. Another thing I'd like to say about Patrick is, as he was growing up, he was always the one who had misfortunes. If one of them was going to slip up on the wet grass, fall off his bike, get the one his boot would get stuck in the mud and fall over in the mud even. And there's even an occasion he went to Scouts and came back with concussion. Clearly he didn't remember much about that one. But that's all in the past now. And having seen him grow up and the bold steps he's taken, today I could not be prouder of the person he's become. He's a kind, very kind, hard-working person, full of love for others. Patrick has also followed in my footsteps to become an accountant. I suppose it's the love of numbers and the pictures that they paint for us. We also have this ability to make spreadsheets sound exciting. I'm sure they are, really. But Shilpa, I admire your patience. Speaking of marriage, I can say that from my experience, a marriage is a journey worth every step. And a marriage thrives when there's respect and laughter. That's at the same thing, not at each other. And there's the ability to compromise. That is, I agree to everything my wife wants to do, and occasionally she agrees with me. I think that's when she wants to do that anyway. So today, Patrick begins a new chapter in his life with Shilpa. And from the short time we've known her, we can see that she's a warm, intelligent, and thoughtful person who cares greatly for others and has that ability to make everyone feel valued. She clearly brings out the best in Patrick, and I'm sure they'll have a wonderful time together. And I just wish them a life full of love, joy, and celebrations for many years to come. So can we just raise a glass to the happy couple, Patrick and Shilpa. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Shruti. I'm the proud sister of the beautiful bride, which means I've known her longer than most people in this room, and I have the emotional resilience to prove it. Sorry. Growing up with Shilpa has meant having a front row seat to her strong sense of self. She is someone who always knew exactly what she wanted, how things should be done, and how everyone else should do them slightly better. Some people might call that bossy, others say determined, but Shilpa prefers to think of it as leadership development. Now, for those of you who may not know much about Shilpa's interests as a teenager, I'd love to take a second to give you a quick insight. Now, Shilpa has always had an interest for all things British. From her obsession with Jane Austen, her love for Manchester United, down to her fascination with Top Gear. This fascination extended quite consistently to her celebrity crushes. From Colin Firth as the mysterious Mr. Darcy, Aaron Johnson in Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, to Matthew Goode in Chasing Liberty. If there was one thing Shilpa was adamant about at the age of 15, it was that she was going to marry an Englishman. Well, I guess manifestation really does work. Lo and behold, in 2023, when Shilpa brought home the charming Mr. Sheiky, it felt less like a surprise and more like destiny finally catching up. Now, I've had the privilege of being able to watch these two blossom into the beautiful people they are today. Each of them bringing their own unique characteristics to make their relationship as special as it is. Shilpa, you have grown into a loving, generous, and beautiful woman. You're strong-willed, yes, but you also care fiercely about the people you love and will always show up for them when needed. Patrick, you are kind, thoughtful, and generous, and your patience, bear with me, exceeds beyond compare. You have a way of bringing calm into any situation, and your sense of humor never fails to lighten the mood. Together, you balance each other perfectly and bring out the best qualities in one another. Shilpa and Patrick, may your life together be filled with joy, adventure, and shared dreams. May your marriage always be a place of comfort, understanding, laughter, and endless love. I would like everyone to raise their glasses. To Shilpa and Patrick, here's to the past for all that you've learned. Here's to the present for all that you share. And here's to the future for all that you've got to look forward to. To Shilpa and Patrick, cheers.
Give it up for Shruti, everyone. Beautiful words, setting a very high standard, but I'm sure not to be outdone will be our best man. Give it up for Kieran.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming. I've known Patrick all my life, and honestly, Shilpa, I admire your bravery because I didn't get a choice. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kieran, Patrick's younger brother. We're supposed to look up to our older brothers, but in my case, that's not physically possible. Growing up, I was very competitive with Patrick. I made sure I was better than him at everything. Football, PlayStation, school grades, pretty much everything that requires skill. Honestly, it was exhausting because I was basically his benchmark for success. One time, Patrick decided to cook dinner at home. As we learned earlier, Patrick's not good at cooking. Let's just say he uses the smoke alarm to tell him when it's ready. It's funny because with all the smoke in the room, I couldn't breathe, so I had to hold my breath. The only other time I had to do this was using the bathroom after Patrick had been in there. And then there's the time that Patrick helped coach my under-14s football team. We went from bad to really bad. Patrick's tactics were like the lottery numbers, completely random and never a winner. Turns out confusing your own team isn't a winning strategy. Now, enough about Patrick's questionable talents. Let's talk about Shilpa. She's smart, kind, funny, and clearly has a gift for seeing potential that no one else sees. In all seriousness, I couldn't ask for a better person to be my brother's wife. I'm so grateful to Shilpa and her family for everything they've done for Patrick here in Australia. You've shown that your love has no limitations. And to be fair, we couldn't wait to get rid of him. Despite being on opposite sides of the world, Patrick and Shilpa found each other, and that to me is one of the best love stories ever. Proof that distance means nothing when it comes to the right person. So let's raise a glass to Patrick and Shilpa. May you both have a lifetime of happiness, adventures, and memories that don't require a smoke alarm disaster. Cheers, everyone.
Hello everyone, so my name is Emily and I met Shilpa when we were in year 8 at St Andrew's Christian College. Shilpa is one of my oldest friends and she's like a sister to me. I get revertigo whenever I'm with her. If anyone doesn't know what revertigo is, it means you revert back to the person you were when you first met. In my case, it is a 14-year-old sassy teenager who wants to sing her brains out. Whenever I start speaking to Shilpa on the phone, I rarely say hello. I always have to start with a song, rap, catchy phrase, or slogan. Shilpa will either continue belting the song I started or come back with some sassy retort. And that's one of the things I love best about Shilpa. She's just so comfortable to be around. You feel energized around her. You don't want to take yourself too seriously. You want to play and be your childlike self. Shilpa brings out my inner child and reminds me of the importance of play. When I was young, I knew that no matter how sad, angry, or rejected I might feel on a given day, Shilpa and I could come together and we could sing and dance our worries away. Thank you, Shilpa, for being such a big part of my childhood and giving me the space to be myself. Shilpa is so family orientated, and that's one of the things that really brought us together. She welcomed me into her family and would often invite me to her family events. I felt so welcomed and embraced by Shilpa, Johnson, Renu, and Shruti. It was like having a second family. I felt safe, warm, and loved. Johnson was always up for a chat. Renu would always cook me delicious meals and insisted on paying whenever we would go out. And Shruti was always around to sing, dance, or go for a drive. Shilpa has a heart for the lonely, lost, and vulnerable, and tries to include everyone as much as possible. When I was in year 8, I was navigating high school and trying to figure out which friendship group I belonged to. I didn't have anyone to go to lunch with at the time, and in her carefree and warm way, Shilpa asked me and the others left behind whether we wanted to go to lunch together. I was so relieved, and in that moment, I knew we would be good friends. Shilpa is a great storyteller, as I'm sure you all know. She's animated, entertaining, and full of life. She tells a story with her whole body. Her eyes are already really big, but when she starts telling a story, they get even bigger. She makes wild hand gestures, and she slows down and emphasizes certain words. All the key ingredients you need for a great story. Shilpa, I am so thankful for our friendship and the love and warmth you have shown me throughout our 20 years. And I'm so glad you met Patrick, a kind and gentle soul who grounds you in every way. I pray that you both continue to empower, encourage, and love one another the way that God had always intended. My prayer and wish for you is 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. So here's a toast to the lovely couple, Shilpa and Patrick.
Give it up for Emily, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I have to say, what an honor. What a huge honor this is for you to have me here tonight. I want to start by saying congratulations to myself because we're doing a great job. They said it couldn't be done. A lot of doubters, a lot of haters, but we did a great job. We're doing so well. We're so close to the completion. This war is going great. They said it couldn't be done. Crooked Hillary said it wasn't going to happen. We beat Crazy Kamala and Sleepy Joe. He's so old. So old he was at a funeral and someone said it's hardly worth the trip back home. But we're doing so well. And they tried to get rid of me. You remember they tried to shoot me? It was very confusing and nobody dodges a bullet like me, believe me. I did such a great job in record time, and it was confusing because Secret Service, they were saying Donald Duck. But it is so great to be here for this, and you know, I wouldn't miss it. I mean, we're hitting Iran so hard, so hard. We got the best military in the world. We're hitting them so hard. They didn't hit us back as hard as we thought. We thought they were going to hit us very hard, but they didn't. The Indians hit us very hard. Have you seen gas prices? They're so high. But they're doing a great job. I love them. They're great, great people, and you guys are great people. What a great wedding this is. Isn't this fantastic? I was invited here, and I wouldn't miss this for the world because I am the 45th, 46th, and 47th, and there's nothing I can't do. I love weddings. I've been married 3 times. And this is one of the greatest, most fantastic weddings. What a couple. This would have to be the couple in the world. They are the greatest couple in the world. Not just Australia. Aren't they a terrific couple? They're so good. Almost as good as Melania and I, so you've done very well. She's a smart woman. She is. She's a very smart lady. If you've seen her documentary, very smart woman, very smart. She finished 3 books last month, which was a lot of coloring in, I gotta say. But I love your country. It's so beautiful. What a beautiful place this is. So wonderful. You got beaches. You got places like this. I don't know where we are, but it's so beautiful. You got Barbies. Look at the beautiful people you got here. It's so wonderful. I don't like your prime minister. Not a fan. Not a fan of him. He's not here, is he? I don't like him. I don't like the guy. He's about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. He's not good. But you got some great people. And China's hitting you very hard. They're hitting you so hard. They want to get involved in the war, but they're hitting you so hard. And we got to build a wall around Australia. And we're getting New Zealand to pay for it, so it'll be tremendous. Is there some Kiwis here? There we go. There's a time difference of a couple hours, so he'll get that joke later on tonight. There we go. But I gotta say, there's also a shout out to, where's Johnson? Where's Johnson? Is he here today? He's right here. Give him a hand. There you are. We saw him. Isn't this a terrific guy? He's a great guy. You know, Johnson and I were good friends. You know, if it wasn't for you, my TikTok views wouldn't be up because he watches me all the time. Watching me play golf and swinging, so great. And he loves doing the dances, the TikTok dances, the Sweet Caroline and the YMCA. He's doing all those, and thanks to you, he's probably the #1 Trump supporter in the entire world. Not quite. A little bit of fake news. Nobody supports Trump like Trump, but you're a very close second, so he's doing very good. So thank you, Johnson. Give him a hand. He's a great guy. But today is not about me. It's a lot about me, but it's not all about me. It's about Shilpa and Patrick. What a beautiful couple. They're so beautiful. And I have to say, very smart, fantastic people. Shilpa, you're a beautiful and tough negotiator. I hear this. You can make trade deals, but you're like me, but with charm. You do a great job. And, I think you even negotiated the venue. And Patrick's vows as well. You did all of that. It's a tremendous, huge talent you've got. Patrick, they tell me you're a bit of a pussycat. He's a great guy, though. He's got the ability to bring joy and excitement into a room simply by being absent, and he's great. He's British. You're British, is it? Yes, I think I wasn't sure if it was England or Great Britain or United Kingdom. People had a No Kings rally on the weekend, but you've got a king. King Charles. He wanted to say hello to you, if that's okay. He wanted to say,
hello, I'm excited to be here tonight to congratulate you on this wonderful occasion. I remember marrying Camilla not so long ago, and my daddy, Philip, said, you will look back on this day as one of the happiest of your life. I said, I'm getting married tomorrow, and he said, exactly, but it was wrong, completely wrong.
Bit of fake news there, and appreciate that. But and Joe Biden wanted to say hello. Do you like Joe? You probably don't like Joe Biden, do you? Imagine if he was handling the war right now.
I just want to say congratulations to Patrick and she'll be a great wife. Yeah. I ran for president. Pause. Wait for applause.
We don't like Sleepy Joe, but I just want to say there's a couple of people that I've noticed out there as well. Ian and also, is it Kieran, your brother, your father? Kieran, give him a hand. And is this Ian? Where's Ian's right here? Give this guy, Can I get you guys to come up because they tell me you've got small hands? Because I get accused of this on the fake news a lot that I've got very small hands. Can you give me a high five? Not you, because New Zealanders have huge hands. They gotta hold those sheep. You did a great job there. Just a big high five. There we go. Look at that. That's a little hand, but not as small as you'd suggested there. But you know what they say: small hands, small golf clubs. You probably need some of my signature Trump golf clubs. I think that'd be a tremendous, but give these guys a hand. A big hand. And then, of course, I just want to say, marriage, folks, is a lot like running a country. You know that? Because you need strength, you need stamina, and you need love. Lots of love in this room. It feels like I'm in a campaign, and you guys love me. It's so tremendous. But I can see you got a lot of love. You got a lot of stamina, Patrick. And she's a tough woman, but she's great, and you're perfectly matched. So, and I love huge weddings. I've had some fake weddings as well. I've had a couple of anniversaries. I think 36 years I've been married to 3 different women, but you're going to make marriage great again. So, ladies and gentlemen, together, we're all going to make marriage great again. So, congratulations to the beautiful couple. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. It's such a privilege for you all to be here, just for Shilpa and I. Like, it goes beyond words, so thank you. First things first, our good friends Suthin and Claire recently got married yesterday. So let's give it up for them. Yeah, I'd like to thank you all for coming for our wedding. Some of you have traveled really far. Flights are not cheap, so we really appreciate it. Thank you. You've taken days off work, which we really appreciate, and it truly means the world to us. And by the way, doesn't everyone just look amazing, right? Everyone's put in such an effort tonight, so give yourselves a round of applause, come on. Has everyone enjoyed the night so far? Yes. Good. Then let's give a big celebration to my now wife, Shilpa. This is all thanks to her. So when you follow me, hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Do you know, when I told my workplace I was going to get married, one of the older guys pulled me aside. He said, Patrick, come here, young man. Sweet young man, come over here. When you get married, you're going to have to give a speech. Now, I've never been to a wedding before, so I thought, oh, really? He goes, yes. And it's very, very important because it'll be the last time you'll be able to talk without being interrupted. So, with that logic, are we ready? Let's do it. Now, I'm not much of a singer, but by God's grace, this will all be over soon. To raise this up a bit. Ooh, yeah. Cool. So I just wanted to play a few songs for my wife.
beautiful, won't you tell me your name? Hope I see you again, hope I get to explain why I'm so happy, happy being alive. Got room for one more, so come along for the ride. We'll try to escape. No, why just leave this place? Don't you wanna fly into space? 'Cause I'll show you how I live my life so high. Come up and join me. Well, maybe, baby, we can share the night so high. Come up and join me. Hold on, girl, together we'll fly so high, so high. Hey, beautiful, won't you remind me your name? I was miles away, you'll have to tell me again. Don't blame me, it must be the altitude. See, I'm always polite, but tonight let's be rude. We'll try to escape. No, why just leave this place? Don't you wanna fly into space? 'Cause I'll show you how I live my life so high. Come up and join me. Well, maybe, baby, we can share the night so high. Come up and join me. We'll hold on, girls, together we'll fly so high, so high, so high, so high, so high. 도지대가 또였잖아 사람 벼울 호따에 때가나 사람 도지대가 또였잖아 사람 아비아하세가 하자해요 대리바움에 맞아해요 도지띠 끝도에 자나 사람 벼우따에 대바나 사람 아비아하세가 하자해요 대리바움에 맞아해요. Cheers. Thank you.